Assemble. It is time for another entry in the Wrestling Review series. This time we are covering WWE Smackdown from 8/8/2025. Now, I do have notes here. Just give me a moment. Now, I will admit that it has been a while since we've done these. This is bringing back the WWE reviews, for SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. Now, starting out the night, we had John Cena come out and address the audience, and we got a whole thing with him addressing the fact that yes, he is scared of Brock Lesnar, and he is but Brock Lesnar has just earned a John Cena sized problem, and then he mentions Brock Lesnar multiple times, but Brock doesn't come out. Okay. Which is weird because he just returned to SummerSlam. But despite the fact that Brock Lesnar's name was mentioned by John Cena 2 times, or 3 times, I think, he isn't coming out. Hello. Instead, who does come out, serrated by a hail of boos and F you, Logan, is Logan Paul. And I concur. I hate Logan Paul. Always have, always will. And ends up talking his way into, opening his big fat mouth and talking his way into not only a match at Clash at the Castle in Paris, but with the aid of Drew McIntyre coming out, and ambushing John Cena, with Cody Rhodes coming out and helping out Cena to get them out of the ring. Nick Aldis comes out and makes a match official between Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, and Cena and Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, and Cena and Cody Rhodes for the main event. We'll talk about that later. Next up, we got Tala Tonga and JC Mateo defeating the Motor City Machine Guns, which honestly we all saw coming because the Motor City Machine Guns were battered and bruised from last Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. And after that, Solo Sikoa gets on the mic, says, you know what? No one wants to fight me, so I'm just going to leave. We're just going to leave. No, I don't, unfortunately. But instead, Nick Aldis comes back out and says, "Oh no, you got a fighter. You got someone to fight, all right," and introduces Sami Zayn to his hometown. And they get a huge brawl and a huge fight. Sami Zayn ends up pulling off the win with a roll up, despite the so-called MFTs getting involved at every corner. And then we get Charlotte Flair coming out to the ring with Alexa Bliss, giving Alexa gifts for her birthday. And Chelsea Green interrupts with the Secret Service. And Chelsea Green basically puts her foot in her mouth again and gets herself in a match against Charlotte Flair, which ends in a submission after Chelsea Green brings the birthday cake in the ring and means to hit and unpretty her on Charlotte Flair into the cake, but instead Charlotte Flair reversed it into her own version of it, but the unprettier, and plants Chelsea in the corner, takes a piece of cake and tastes it before locking in the figure eight, and Chelsea Green immediately taps out. And then we got Aleister Black backstage sending a message to apparently an injured Damian Priest right now with a hairline jaw fracture, apparently. And we got this whole thing backstage between R-Truth coming up to John Cena, with them being like they're acting like mirror versions, basically. And John Cena is basically is with that whole thing about making a kid cry in Belgium, which was what, of course, John Cena did to R-Truth, is what he's saying it to. And saying you're going to ruin wrestling and all that, it's just a hilarious interaction. And R-Truth just watches Cena walk off and is what? Huh? It's hilarious, honestly. And then we got to our main event, where, also Jade Cargill interrupted an interview, of Tiffany Stratton backstage, saying that, if your foot didn't find the rope, she would be standing there champion. And honestly, I believe she would be. I had Jade Cargill winning that, honestly. And, and honestly, hell of a match this past weekend between those two. And honestly, and then she gets interrupted again by Julia and her manager, Kiana James, which hands her a card, and Mia Yim comes up and says, hey, I'll take that card, and maybe I can talk my way into a match. I mean, at least someone would challenge for the U.S. title, for the women's U.S. title. And Carmelo Hayes is found backstage as well, with The Miz coming out. Carmelo basically just confronts him about disappearing for 2 straight weeks. Dude, whoever's sending messages, your messages are being blocked because you're clearly saying something that you shouldn't say ever to someone. What, did your parents not teach you any manners? Maybe they should. Anyway, so that being said, we got the main event. ended in a disqualification after Logan Paul hit a blatant low blow on John Cena. And then Drew McIntyre proceeded to hit Cody Rhodes with his own WWE Championship, and then would Claymore Cody Rhodes into the bottom part of the announce table through it. And, oof, hell of a way to end that episode of SmackDown. Now, I will be bringing you guys another review here in a moment. This time for Game Busters review, because we have yet to review You mean the whiny little bitch, Logan Paul? Is that who you're talking about? Because, yeah, he's a whiny little bitch. So, yeah. Hello. I'm good. But, I would really appreciate it if people wouldn't, send messages on my channel that are rude and, blocked, and maybe they should have their parents teach them some manners, because they clearly never learned any. So, yeah. But yeah. So, my verdict for SmackDown from 8/8/2025 is Unbroken. Now, for those of you that don't know very much about me yet, I have been a WWE fan since during the Attitude Era, before the Attitude Era for that matter. I have been a fan since you could watch like WCW on Channel 45 here in the US, or Shotgun Saturday Night was still around, or like WWF Warzone was still around. WWE was still called WWF, yeah, like, I've been a fan for a very long time, is what I'm saying. But I will see you guys again here in a moment for another Game Buster review. Right now, CM Punk. It was John Cena, but until I found out he was leaving. But I mean, it's still John Cena partly, but I'm a fan of CM Punk mainly now. So, that being said, I will see you guys again here in a moment. Yeah, I was kind of a fan of DX mainly. But I will see you guys here in a moment for the Game Buster review of Call of Duty Vanguard. And then hopefully, if I'm able to finish it in time, I will see you guys later on for another review for Fallout Season 1. As always, though, remember, stay safe, stay dangerous. Love you guys. Later.